Hello world! If you are interested in some cool coding games which you want to learn and study, you are on the right video. This is top 5 of the coding games 2022. I'm your host Comrade Atomly. In few short words, let's speak about myself and my channel and then go to top 5. My channel is one of the first in the world dedicated to educational games, and there is plenty of them and plenty different genres like learning Japanese, French, learning different programming languages. There is even game about Photoshop, giving first aid, how to date the women, learning German, zoology, biology, even tactics of the special weapons and tactics police force, tactics of the military in Vietnam or in World War II, disassembly and assembly of the weapons, and pretty much different other games like Morse code and the others that you can't even expect to be existent. And the large and most popular part of educational games are definitely the programming games. So let's go then to top 5 best coding games of 2022. Number 5 in our list is a pretty old but awesome game called Colobot. That's a space exploration strategy when we play as a cosmonaut or astronaut and commanding a bunch of different bots for colonizing and exploring of other planets. So we need to write down and program them to explore the area, find vital resources, deliver them back to base to create a new base, protect it and establish supply routes. That's plenty of tasks. The game has a built-in encyclopedia that explains everything about the game, and also there is an editor for programming and even the lessons. The bad side that the lessons is badly organized, so you need to spend some time in order to find the proper lessons that are not that hard. And this game is recommended for amateur level because you already need to program with the textual style, and it needs understanding of many concepts like variables, their types, objects, and functions. So this is for amateurs. But if you try that and you have this knowledge, you will receive a ton of fun with the new knowledge of coding. So check it out. Fourth in our list is the online coding RPG or RTS, the CodeCombat. When you begin commanding a simple hero, the one and only one, and giving a simple commands going to the right, going to the left, attacking and others, and equipping it with different useful tools which either one gives new abilities to our hero. And then we're going to the line where we're commanding large forces of different soldiers under our command: MAGs, archers, skirmishers, swordsmen, horsemen, and others. So it becomes really difficult at the end. I recommend to play this game when you have amateur level, because though it is good and nice for the beginners, also the beginners would experience a hard time after the first chapter, because the level would increase pretty drastically. On the top 3 list is a game called Heart.break. This is not yet known, but one of the awesomest games that you can take about coding. So we play as the hacker that can hack at the beginning with computers, telephones, TV sets, radio, and after that we're learning how to hack the doors, the drinks, food, and more to the end and we can even hack some people. That's really unique ability. But what more unique in this game is that we actually can create the games inside the game operational systems. So it has a very developed programming language that is most close in the syntaxes to the Delphi Pascal family, and gives you great variety of things that you can do. The disadvantages of this game is a pretty lame main plot, and at the beginning you need to find the hacking device. If you don't know where it is situated, you need to spend like 4 or 6 hours, and that is not fun. I recommend you to check out the manual, the guide that I created on Steam, and find the hacking device from the beginning. That would be much more fun and interesting for you. And definitely the educational value of this game is immense. So check it out if you have at least amateur level or higher. The second place is taken by the site Code.org and its initiative Hour of Code. That's the simple visual programming games on the popular themes and games. For example, we have levels dedicated to Minecraft, to Star Wars, to Ice Age, and other Disney movies and heroes like Super Family. There is also, and it teaches you how to create the code with those simple, colorful blocks. That's definitely the game for the beginners. They try to cooperate with all other developers of coding games, so you can see on their side intersection with other coding games. And there is an ability to show code and how this looks in a text variant. So those nice, pretty colorful blocks, we can look and see how they look in a textual code. So that's really useful of understanding how this visual programmings go to textual one. Number 1 is an educational portal called CodeMonkey that helps you to go through the basics of programming with those visual style buttons and commands to a more elaborate level of programming with the visual blocks. When we achieve the level of coding the visual blocks in a Scratch style, we are not only playing the games, but also there is possibility and special levels for creating our own games. From the get-go, we are not just entertaining, but also learning. And the most hard level of CodeMonkey goes to the programming with the use of text. And first we use icons to write down the text, and we can type the text in order to get acquainted with the real programming and how it is done in reality. So you see, the CodeMonkey takes you from all the beginning when you don't know nothing about code and use on the visual arrows to understand what you're doing. Then goes through the visual blocks of programming that are easily to get started and understand the logic of the games, and then throws you to the textual programming with a friendly environment and step-by-step education. So this is the best education games in coding, because it starts from the basics, from the beginning, and goes through right to the coding with the text and explanation of cycles, functions, if conditions, and other useful understanding of programming concepts. And of course, a single game cannot solve all the tasks. So I recommend you to play different games. And for example, the informatics is good for learning the basics of programming knowledge that is needed everywhere. CodeMonkey gives you knowledge from the beginning to the textual programming, and like Colobot and Heart.break gives you opportunity for practice more hardcore and heavy stuff. So check all that out. Please write down the comments below for what coding games you know and you think are deserved to be in a list of top 10 games. And also it is interesting to hear what you are thinking about the games presented in this top 10. And check out the other top 10 videos about, for example, typing games, where you can learn the blind and fast typing. That's a really good skill for the programmers, so check that out. This was your host CodeMonkey and the top 10 coding games of 2022. On the cyber revolution, on the victory, comrades.